Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litza and this is our podcast number 157. It's Thursday, the 16th of October 2025. We're in the middle of October already, guys, and here we are gathered together again for another fun episode filled with all your gorgeous makes. I will be showcasing those, of course, and I'll let you know what I've been up to during the week. Now, it has been very warm here, or should I say hot, in Sydney, Australia the last few days. And let me tell you, I'm feeling it. So wherever you are in the world, because I know that we join each other from all corners of the world, which is amazing. I hope that the weather has been kind to you. We can't fight Mother Nature, so we just have to go with it. So, as I said, we're going to start off with showcasing all your wonderful makes. Are you all ready to ooh and ah? I know I certainly am. Now, our friend Roseanne, my girlfriend from work, has sent in some of her ghost plushies, and I cannot wait to share them with you. They are going to be gifted to her niece, as always, lucky girl. And as it is Halloween, and as you can see, we've got the Halloween theme happening here as well. I thought it was very appropriate that she had them ready for us to showcase today. So these are all Annie Carraway designs, and Roseanne did tell me she bought the pack, and there is a variety of ghosts to share with you. So the very first one is this little witch one here. Don't you just love her purple hat? Now, I do know that Roseanne has been using a variety of yarns, including the Jolly and Joy yarn here from Spotlight. And this is a Motivera one. I actually have some of this. It's quite a thin yarn, but it's got sparkle in it. I love it, being purple. And look at those kawaii eyes. I think that's what they're called. They're absolutely perfect. So that's that little one there. There's two more little ones and a bigger one to share with you as well. And then we have this guy here. Oh my gosh, he's a little ghost wearing a bear hat. How adorable is that? And hasn't Roseanne done a wonderful job? Again, this is the Jolly and Joy Christmas yarn. And I do believe his little hat comes off. So he is interactive for her niece. Once again, his happy little face and that happy little face, and these kawaii eyes are super adorable. And then we have a beautiful angel ghost. Now look at her little halo. That's made with the Motivera Sparkle yarn in yellow, and I do believe that this is the Motivera Blanky yarn as well. Very, very cute. I love those wings. And last but not least, we have a little devil ghost. Oh my gosh, he is so cute. And this one is made with the Jolly and Joy Christmas yarn as well. So thank you so much, Roseanne, for sharing them with us. I always love having a physical make to showcase. And they will be coming to you tomorrow so that your niece can receive them this weekend. Now next, as always, we have our friend Geraldine from G Crochet Off the Hook, and she joins us for Beanie of the Week. Now, as we know, and those of you that already hang out with Geraldine will know that she does donate pretty much all of her beanies. If you're not already hanging out with her, please go across and say hello. Now, Geraldine tells us that she loved the Messy Bun Beanie. She used a dusty pink yarn from Kismet, Lollipop. It's an acrylic yarn, and she held two strands together and used a 5.5mm hook. Now, Geraldine does say she's double dipped this week, and she's entered in the hashtag Pink October Challenge AU by our friend Judy, our Witch Piece Craft. So thank you so much, Geraldine, for sharing your beanie with us. Now next we have our friend Natalie O. Now Natalie joins us in our hashtag Best Dressed 18-inch Doll Cal 2025, and she's been playing catch up. Now here are three of the overall dresses by Willow's AG. A blue dress with blue buttons, a dark purple dress with pink buttons, we all know that's my favorite, and a light purple dress with dark purple buttons, one for each of her granddaughters. And Natalie, thank you so much for sharing them with us and for playing catch up, because I know how busy we all can be, and I'm sure your granddaughters will absolutely love those overall dresses for their dolls. Now next we have our friend Diane S. Now Diane joins us for Beanie of the Week each and every week as well, and I do believe that most of Diane's beanies are destined for donation as well. Now, Diane tells us that she absolutely loves the messy bun beanie. Diane used Mary Maxim's Starlet yarn in navy, and Diane also added a hair elastic at the crown. Diane used a 5.5mm hook, and she tells us that she will definitely be making more of these. I absolutely love that. Now, Diane has also sent in a couple of her FOs. Now, Diane has crocheted her a mermaid dress for her granddaughter's 18-inch doll, and she crocheted this absolutely gorgeous wig to go with the outfit. It is so long and glamorous. I love the purple starfish hair accessory, and the pattern is by Pam's Adoring Clothes. Now, Diane's granddaughter requested a purse to match the outfit, so here is a fish bag. It is an AirPod case pattern from ETM's studio on YouTube, and I think it's the perfect sidestep for that pattern, don't you? Using it as a little handbag for the doll. Now, I am sure that Diane's granddaughter will be very happy with the complete ensemble. So thank you so much, Diane, for sharing your makes with us. Now, next we have our friend Josephine, and she says, shares a few of her FOs with us. Now, Oliver the Frog looks very dapper in his judge's robe, tiny wig, and he's holding his gavel. Josephine had no pattern. She used her skills and prayers to make all 3 items. Josephine used 4-weight Red Heart Super Saver yarn and a 4mm hook. And I'm sure that Oliver and the lucky recipient are very happy. Now, this is Otis and Kevin the bird. Paid pattern from Etsy from Knotty Bear, Knotty Bear. Josephine told us he has a YouTube channel as well. Now, Josephine used Stylecraft Special DK yarn and a 2.75mm Clover & More hook, and I absolutely love Otis's fishing gear, the bucket and the little red fish in the bucket. Did you guys notice that one? Now, Otis and Kevin will be gifted to a very special friend of Josephine's who loves fishing and amigurumi. How cool is that? Now, look at this reversible rose. Oh my goodness, it turns into a fairy. She fits in the palm of your hand, tells us Josephine. She's a paid pattern from Etsy from CHIBIS Craft. And Josephine used Premier Mini Kins cotton acrylic yarn, which is 2-weight, and a 2.75mm hook. This rose was gifted to Josephine's girlfriend, who absolutely loves her. Of course she does. And here we have Josephine made Cassandra from Craftably Ever After, her travel bear, out of 5-weight Premier Basics chunky yarn and a 6mm clover hook. His sweater is made from scraps. He is so super adorable, and Josephine does tell us he'll be getting more sweaters in the future. So Josephine, thank you so very, very much for sharing all your finished FOs with us. Now, next I'll talk about the few things that I've been up to, but before that I'd like to invite each and every one of you who would like to share your makes with us. Just send them to my email and I'll be sure to showcase them in our next podcast. Now, let's get this clipboard because we need to make sure that we talk about everything on there. Now, beanie of the week, guys. This is a fun one, and it's actually a very quick beanie as well. Now, it is a Bag-O-Day pattern. It's called All Knots Beanie. It's a 1 skein and any yarn pattern, which I absolutely love about that one. And it is the half herringbone stitch in the round, which I had never made before, which was wonderful. Now, here it is here. I actually used my Spot Saver yarn, which is 100% acrylic, in the pink. And I actually went up 1 hook size. I think I used, instead of a 6, a 7mm, because I didn't want them to be too tight, the little knots. But what a great way to create such a quick and easy pattern. And you just basically do it in the round, and the last row is a double crochet, single crochet, apologies, all in US terminology. And it does fit perfectly, and of course, as you can imagine, you just keep going round and round until you get the length that you wish. And I will be double dipping with this beanie once again this week for the hashtag Pink October Challenge AU, just like our friend Geraldine did, for our friend Judy, our Witch Piece Craft, for her crochet along. So I wonder how many of you will be making it. I'm pretty sure I know the two candidates that will be definitely sending in their beanies, and I wonder how many of you have added it to your crochet to-do list, because it is a fun and very quick beanie to make. And like I said, the wonderful thing is I learned a new stitch. I'm yet to do the double crochet herringbone stitch, so we'll see what happens in the future. Now next, of course, being Halloween time of the year, even though we don't celebrate it as hard here in Australia as some of our overseas friends, it is definitely in the air, in the shops, on YouTube, on TV, on Instagram. So of course I thought it was the perfect opportunity to make one of my favorite characters from one of my favorite shows, which is Wednesday, from the show Wednesday Addams, that is. So let me just get her to show her to you. Now, she is a free Instagram tutorial, and the designer is at Chastity and Designs. Now, I'd like to thank her, of course, for designing Wednesday, but also our friend Jenny at In My Spare Time Crochet, because she did a whole Halloween video, which you haven't seen. Go and watch that. And Wednesday was one of the stars that she featured, and I just had to make her. First of all, I love dolls, and second of all, I love Wednesday. Now, I wish I'd made her hair a bit longer, but that could be fixed in the future. Now, she's made with blanket yarn, Millens and Moda Vera. Now this is all Millens. Now there is a slight difference if you can see it. She's actually beigey cream color, and then there's the white for the accents. And I did use a 7mm hook. Now she was a very quick and easy make, as you can imagine. The wick cap didn't take very long at all, and I did something that I've never done before, which I'm so glad I did, and that was I actually sewed it in, and you can't tell, using black acrylic yarn. Now I had originally embroidered her eyes in, but I just didn't like the look of them, so I actually cut them out, and I've actually hot glued in some safety eyes. Now because she's for me and she won't be going anywhere, I'm not worried about the safety eyes coming in. It's not ideal what I did, obviously, but in saying that, I do think she looks so much better. I just love her legs, her feet. Can you see that, guys? There's actually shaping in that. I was going to make her dress a little bit longer, but I stopped pretty much with the designer said. I think I went down one row or two. And as I said, I wish her hair was longer, but I still do love her. So Wednesday will be sitting up there with the rest of the cast here for Halloween. Now this little doll here, I made her I think 1 or 2 years ago, and she almost looks like her best friend. So I think that they're a really cute match up there. So I'm going to pop her back up there. Okay, so that's Wednesday. I had a lot of fun making her. I wonder how many more of you have made her as well. If you have done so, let us know in the comments down below. Now, she reminds me of Enid, by the way. That's Wednesday's best friend. I think a lot of you have watched the series as well. Can't wait for the next season to come out. Now, next we have our, what have I got here? I've got a little witch cap to show you here. Once again, in the theme of, Halloween. And here she is here, sitting in her little cauldron, which is a mug. She's got very chunky legs. She is very, very cute. You can see all the sparkle. I really like her hat. Now I've pinned the hat down because I need to stitch it on. I don't want to stitch it over her ears. I like the way her ears look. So she is so you do her arms, and then you sew the body and the head, you attach it, and then you make her little hat. I have got nice big sparkly purple glitter eyes in there as well. And you surface crochet the ears on. So she was a fun make, didn't take very long at all. I did use a 6mm hook with her and my goddaughter's yarn. That's why you can see all that sparkle. And she's a YouTube tutorial by Lala B Crocheting, and she was a lot of fun. let's pop her back in her little cauldron. There we go. She can sit there for a little while longer until the very least the end of the month. Now, next I have a little koala. Now, this little koala I have made before, and I have been trying to work out what is different about him, and it's the size of his eyes. So I need to cut those out and make them bigger. So here's a free Instagram pattern by Crocheted by Lilis, Lilis. I did use a 6mm hook with him, and once again, the grey, you can see the sparkle in there, is my goddaughter's yarn. That's a bit of the Motivera Blanca yarn, and this is Milen's yarn for his little overalls. As you can see, his eyes are too tiny. Now, what I'm going to do now is undress him, but don't worry, he's a koala bear, because I want to show you something that I've started to do, which I really need to work on more. I think it would look great on bigger plushies as well. I want to start embroidering like little daisies and things like that on my, like say the bigger teddies and the bigger plushies. I just thought it would be something to trial, so I did it on him. I couldn't get a gum leaf stitch, and as I said, this is me being like very, very green at embroidery, but I did manage to get the little daisies in, daisy stitch. I have watched a few YouTube tutorials, and I will be watching more because I think it's something nice to incorporate with our plushies. So that's him underneath his little overalls, and he is really cute. I do need to fix the eyes though. They just look too beady, right guys? He's cute otherwise, and he did turn out smaller than the one I had made previously because he's made with a 6mm hook, whereas the other one was a 7mm hook. So that's my little koala. Stay tuned for his new little face next week. Now, what else do I have? Oh, okay, yes. So I've been joining in every week bar one for the hashtag Crochet Roulette 2025, hosted by our friend Tracy at Travel Crochet, and there are 9 other YouTubers as well. Watch them all, go and applaud them on their great work, and if you put the hashtag in, you'll see everyone that's joined in. So this week, so this whole entire week since last Sunday, is week 8 was rainbow was the color, and the theme was birds. Now, I thought I'd make a parrot, or I thought I'd make a whole row of little ducks in the different colors of the rainbow. But as I was scrolling through YouTube, I came across this, and I just had to make it. This is a tassel bird. Now, I don't know if you've seen these. I just love him. I don't know what it is about it. So this is a free Instagram pattern by Peach Puff Patterns. He is one piece, except for the wings. You crochet them first and then add them on. You do surface crochet the beak and the little feet, and then you add the tassels. So this is my version of a rainbow. His little eyes are just actually noses for, you know, safety noses. But there's just something about him. I don't know what it is. Is it because he can hula dance? Is it because you can play with the tail? But he's called Tassel Bird, and I think I'll be making more in different colors. So that's my contribution to Crochet Roulette for this week. So we only have 2 weeks to go. So I wonder what colors and what themes will be coming up for this week or next week, week 9. So thank you so much, you know, Tracy and everyone else for inviting us to join in. It has been a lot of fun, let me tell you. Now, I have 2 very different things to show you, not amigurumi. I have been working on my friend John from work. I had promised him for so long that I will make 2 doilies that will sit under 2 like heads. They're not called a bust, it's a head on top of his really, you know, massive speakers, because he is a DJ as well. Now, the last one that I made, you may remember, was huge, and he had all the beads in it and that. Although it was beautiful, it was way too big. And then I asked John, what colors do you want? And pretty much, you know, I got a gauge for the size, and he wanted green, like a spring green, hot pink, and black. So before I show you the doily, let me show you the book that I've been using. Now, our friend Fran, our beautiful friend Fran, had gifted me this book, a couple of years ago now. and I absolutely love it. And it actually has a little inscription from the author, which I absolutely loved. And one of the doilies that John had chosen was this one here, the Strength doily here. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, I did stop about 4 rows. I think it's 19 rows, and I got to about 4. Oh, I've actually got my little, where is it here? So I got up to row 10, 11, 12, 13, and then I did one more row. So I changed the colours up to match the colours that he liked. And you do change colours each and every row. There is a chart for each and every mandala here. I called it a doily, but they're mandalas. Which is really good because sometimes I like to refer to that, not just the written pattern. And here it is here, and he loved it. I showed him today, so I need to make one more. There it is there, with all the colours that he wanted. So I'm so happy that, you know, when he saw it, he was very, very excited to get both and then put them out. I hopefully will have that ready for him for next week. So that's that one. And then the next one is a whip. I have been working on this for the last couple of weeks. It is a wheat stitch blanket, and it's going to my daughter-in-law's sister's little baby who will be born end of November. So I do have just over a month to complete it. So what, about a month and a half? Now, I have been using my Spot Saver print in the tweed, this colour here. How beautiful is that blanket, right? And I will open it up for you in a moment. Now, our friend Tiana at Oh So Stitched, she has already made a blanket, a wheat stitch blanket, and she said that she did 4 rows of the single crochets rather than 2 in between the wheat stitches. They're 2 rows, and that's what I've done as well, because I really liked when she explained how it actually separates it for a blanket. You know, those 4 rows make it look nicer. So thank you, Tiana, for sharing that with us, because I absolutely listened to what you said and took that on board. Now, let me tell you, if you have never made the wheat stitch, and I used it for a pumpkin, and it was amazing. It looked gorgeous. We've made a beanie for Beanie of the Week, and it looked beautiful. And I think it would make great face washes or dishcloths. But for a blanket, although it looks beautiful, let me tell you, this is such a yarn eater. This is the 3rd ball that I've nearly finished. There's not much left in there. And I will have to probably put in at least another 3 to 4 balls. And this is what it looks like so far. Now let me bring it up close for you. Can you see it? It is actually a beautiful blanket. It is very slow grow, but I had to make it using that yarn, and I am using a 6.5mm hook because my daughter-in-law's sister does not like anything holey for babies. So when they got married about 3 years ago, I think now, I made them a housewarming gift, and, you know, for their wedding, a blanket in that yarn. And then when their little baby boy was born, the first baby, now he's 2 and he'll be a big brother soon, I made him his blanket using the same yarn. So of course the new baby has to have the same yarn as well. So that's why I'm using that yarn. And luckily, over the years, I have been buying it from Spotlight when it's on special, because it's one of my favorite yarns. And behind you, I do have at least 10 balls. So this blanket will have more than enough for it. If I have time, I'll make something like a little beanie to go with it, even though it's going to be pretty hot here in Sydney, Australia. Last time I made a little beanie and a little jacket for the baby. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger so, you know, he can grow into it. Watch this space. So that's pretty much all of my makes for the week. The only thing I didn't tell you, and I've got it here, of course, you know, I forgot something. I've been using my Marble 8-ply or DK weight yarn for the mandala that I'm making for John, and of course the second one will be exactly the same. And that's it, guys. That is everything I have been working on. Being back at work, so let's just jump right into life. You know, being back at work has limited my crochet time, of course, but that's okay. I still think I managed to get quite a bit done. It's not about you know what, it's not about how much we get done, it's how much joy the crochet brings us, and sharing it with you actually brings me so much joy as well. The only time that I stress out about getting things done is if I'm preparing for a market or for some sort of you know, on consignment for Mother's Day or Father's Day, but that's just all of us, right? Now, as I touched on earlier, it has been very, very hot here. Tomorrow, I believe, is going to be hotter with, of course, as we all know, the heat brings storms, and that's okay. But it's been very sunny, which is beautiful. And I have managed, I'm proud to say, that I've gone for a walk every single day this week so far at work. I don't know how tomorrow's going to go because I usually have my break in the middle of the day. And if it's too hot, I don't want to get a headache, and I don't want to use that as an excuse either. So we'll see how we go. Stay tuned. I'll keep you informed. But the only thing is, I don't know about you guys, but I am feeling very tired. I think it's just a lack of sleep. I don't sleep. I've never been a good sleeper. I've even tried melatonin, but I believe that needs some time to build up in your system. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that, guys. I just probably have to go with it. So if I look a little bit tired, don't you worry, all is good. It's just that I look a little bit tired. But that's it. And I do have a little note here that Steve said to say hello. So, Steve, I said hello to everyone for you. He just said, please, darling, say hello to everyone. So that's it, guys. That's the week in a nutshell. I have had a lovely week at work. It's gone like this. It's like the holidays never happened. And we're almost a week in, which means 9 weeks and 1 day before the school holidays, which is very scary because it means that we're about 10 weeks away from Christmas, guys. How did that even happen? Anyway, I hope you're all keeping well. And as always, let us know in the comments down below what you've been working on, how you have been. It's always nice to have those conversations because we interact with each other. It's not just one-on-one, it's everyone here. This is, after all, a little community space where we all share it, and I absolutely love that. So until I see you all very, very soon, take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.